In the shadow of a crushing defeat at Marathon, King Xerxes of Persia, heir to a vast empire, burns with an unyielding desire for vengeance against the defiant Greek city-states. He commands the assembly of the mightiest force the ancient world has ever witnessed, a colossal army of over 1 million warriors, drawn from every corner of his sprawling empire. For 4 arduous years, his engineers labor tirelessly, constructing monumental bridges over the treacherous Hellespont and carving canals through the formidable Mount Athos. This unprecedented feat of engineering forges an unstoppable path of conquest, leading his immense forces directly toward the very heart of Greece, a land destined for subjugation. The stage is set for a legendary confrontation. The battle that will forever echo through the annals of eternity is about to begin.
This unprecedented threat forced the fiercely independent city-states of Athens and Sparta, long-standing rivals, to consider an unthinkable alliance. Their historical animosity and differing political systems made cooperation a monumental challenge, yet the survival of Greece depended on it. As Persian forces advanced relentlessly, the urgency of their decision grew, pushing them towards a fragile, yet necessary unity. Despite their deep-seated mistrust, Athens and Sparta agreed to combine their military might against the common enemy. Their strategic decision was to make a stand at the narrow pass of Thermopylae, a choke point that could negate the Persian numerical advantage. This alliance, born of desperation, would define a future of Western civilization, proving that even the fiercest rivals could unite against a greater threat.
In the heart of ancient Greece, during a time of great peril, a legend was forged at the narrow pass of Thermopylae. King Leonidas, the fearless ruler of Sparta, stood resolute, leading 300 of his finest warriors, alongside 7,000 brave Greek hoplites from various city-states. Their critical mission was clear: to block and hold back the colossal Persian army, a force threatening to engulf their homeland. Discipline served as their shield, courage as their spear, as they prepared for a seemingly impossible stand against the invaders. Each dedicated warrior knew that this battle could be their final breath, a noble sacrifice for the freedom of Greece. With unwavering and ironclad resolve, they faced the overwhelming odds, knowing their heroic names were destined to echo through eternity. Leonidas, along with his brave Greeks, became an eternal beacon of defiance, inspiring generations with their legendary courage.
At the narrow pass of Thermopylae, the first Persian assault began, a relentless tide of warriors surging forward. Their numbers were overwhelming, a seemingly endless force funneled into the confined choke point, their advance relentless. Awaiting them stood the Greek hoplites, their bronze armor gleaming under the harsh sun, forming an impenetrable phalanx. Shields locked, their disciplined formation neutralized the Persian numerical superiority, turning the pass into a brutal bottleneck. The clash was immediate and ferocious, a maelstrom of steel and bronze as the Greeks met each wave with unwavering resolve. Their precision and discipline were absolute, pushing back every desperate assault in the chaotic, blood-soaked confines of the pass. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the Persians faltered, unable to break the unyielding Greek line.
At Thermopylae, King Xerxes unleashes his elite immortals, the unbreakable warriors of Persia, marching with disciplined precision into the narrow mountain pass. Their confidence is absolute, numbers their strength, but the tight pass turns the tide. The terrain neutralizes their advantage, forcing the elite into a deadly bottleneck. Meanwhile, the Greek phalanx stands firm, shields locked, spears ready, exuding calm defiance against the advancing Persian tide. Close quarters chaos erupts, shields grind against shields, spears clash in brutal fury. The Greek line holds firm, every warrior a wall of bronze and iron, their determination unwavering. From his distant throne, Xerxes watches in growing fury as his finest soldiers are repelled. The Immortals' legend is shattered by Spartan resolve, their retreat marking an unexpected defeat in the narrow pass. In the rugged mountains of Thermopylae, a local Greek named Ephialtes emerged from the shadows, ready to betray his countrymen.
He led the vast Persian army along a treacherous, hidden mountain trail, a secret passage unknown to the Greek defenders. Meanwhile, the brave Greek forces stood firm at the narrow pass, confident in their impenetrable defense, completely unaware of the flanking maneuver. Through the pre-dawn mist, the Persian soldiers advanced silently, their numbers growing, closing in on the unsuspecting Greeks from behind. A sudden rustle, a distant sound. A few Greek sentinels began to sense an unseen danger, their faces etched with dawning dread. Ephialtes' betrayal had sealed their fate. The strategic path now allowed the enemy to encircle them, turning the tide of battle irrevocably. The betrayal at Thermopylae stands as a stark reminder of how a single act can dramatically alter the course of history.
Alone, exhausted messenger, dust-covered and urgent, races through the narrow pass, bringing dire news to King Leonidas. The words confirm their worst fears. A hidden path has been betrayed, and the Persian immortals are now flanking their position. The strategic advantage is lost. The Greek forces, though valiant, are now trapped, facing inevitable encirclement. Leonidas gathers his commanders, his voice steady as he delivers the grave assessment of their untenable position. With a heavy heart, he orders the majority of the Greek allies to retreat to preserve their strength for future battles. He chooses to remain, a final stand with his 300 Spartans and a few hundred loyal Thespians and Thebans. This decision, born of honor and duty, seals their fate but ensures their eternal glory. As the allies march away into the fading light, Leonidas watches, a silent testament to courage and sacrifice. Their final stand at Thermopylae would forever echo as a beacon of defiance against overwhelming odds.
The narrow pass of Thermopylae, a final stand. King Leonidas and his Spartan warriors faced the overwhelming Persian army. From both flanks, the enemy closed in, yet the Greeks held ground as defiant wall of bronze and muscle. In tight formation, they met the onslaught. Spears splintered, shields dented, but line held. Warriors fought like lions. Waves of Persians crashed against them, repelled by sheer will. Exhaustion showed on faces, but resolve unbroken. Air thick with dust and clang's, close combat raged. Every thrust and parry showed refusal to yield. Leonidas, beacon of courage, led from front. His roar inspired his men to brave feats. Then, tragic silence. The king fell, pierced by arrows, sacrifice sparking final surge of resistance. Remaining Greeks, fueled by grief and defiance, fought ferociously. They knew fate, but met it with honor.
In the narrow pass of Thermopylae, a small band of Greek warriors made an ultimate sacrifice, holding back the vast Persian army. Their courage, though leading to defeat, ignited a flame of defiance across the Greek city-states. From this sacrifice, a new resolve emerged, uniting disparate cities against a common foe. The spirit of Thermopylae fueled subsequent victories, from the naval triumph at Salamis to the decisive land battle of Plataea. These triumphs solidified Greek independence and shaped the course of Western civilization. Monuments and ancient inscriptions stand as enduring testaments to their bravery, reminding us that courage can outlive defeat. The story of the 300 and their allies became a timeless symbol of freedom, resistance, and heroism for centuries to come.